Hey guys, it's me Brianna, and this is going to be a video on how to take care, maintain, keep that weave looking good. I have with me Tiffany, who is a licensed cosmetologist. She's been licensed for the past 15 years. I'm going to ask her a few questions. We're going to give you guys a few suggestions. I know a lot of you ask, how do you take care of your hair? Your hair might be matted, stuff of that nature. So this is going to be a video regarding that. I want to say the first thing is when you are looking for good hair, I recommend leaving the beauty supply store alone.
I agree.
Especially that $15 hair. When I first started wearing hair, I would get that $15 hair and it would be like, do not flat iron past 300 degrees, and you get what you pay for.
I agree, Brianna. You get what you pay for. Inexpensive hair is cheap hair. Cheap hair is not going to last you. You're gonna be disappointed. Maybe if you're wearing a hairstyle for a day or two, you're throwing a ponytail in, you're trying to go out for the evening, something really simple like that. But I wouldn't recommend investing hundreds of dollars into a sew-in service or even a quick weave service with inexpensive hair. You're gonna be disappointed. It's gonna start sticking up. It's gonna get hard. It's gonna get crunchy. It's gonna get tangled. It's gonna get matted, and you're gonna look a mess. Go ahead and make the investment. Don't be too cheap and trying to cut corners, because you're gonna pay for it in the long run.
And I want to say, you can always reuse good hair. If it's good hair, you can always reuse it. You can't, well, you can, but you shouldn't be reusing bad hair. So I think that's one of the things I had to learn as well. Talking about what type of hair to look for. There's virgin, there's non-virgin, there's processed, there's unprocessed, there's there's 4A, there's double weft, single weft. I know it can get kind of intimidating and confusing when you're looking for hair. Brazilian, Peruvian, Chinese, Malaysian. Yes, I understand. When a lady is looking for hair, what do you recommend? Virgin, non-virgin? What are your recommendations?
The number one thing I recommend is you always want to match your hair texture. There are virgin hairs out there with so many different textures. I do recommend virgin hair. There's some Remy hair that's good also. It may not be virgin, but it's still good hair. But you just mainly want to make sure that it's matching your texture and that it's good quality and it will last you. So between Remy hair and virgin hair, those two are going to be your best bet that you're going to really see good results. But still, again, you want to make sure it matches your hair texture. You don't want to have two different textures just because if it looks good in the pack but it doesn't match your hair texture, you're not going to look good.
So what is Remy hair? What makes her Remy?
Remy hair is that all the cuticles in the hair are running in the same direction.
Which, if the hairs are in different directions, it can increase the probability of it matting up.
Really entangling quickly. And just looking dry and not looking good.
Because all the cuticles are not facing the same way. So the first time I got a sew-in, the lady did my sew-in. She told me don't wash my hair. I don't know why she told me that. But she said don't wash your hair, because if you wash your hair, it's going to loosen up the braids, and then it's not going to look as good. I think that was one of the biggest things she told me that was wrong.
That's definitely wrong. That's not good hygiene. There's nothing good about that. Hair you shouldn't have any, in my opinion, you should not have any style in your head that you are not shampooing your hair at least 2 weeks. And to me, that's a long time. But anything more than that, even with your quick weaves, anything in your hair, braids, anything, you should be able to shampoo your hair. It may not last as long, but you want to be able to get in and get dirt and debris out of your hair and come back to a fresh start. There's so many things just outdoors. When you go outdoors, stuff is attracting into your hair. The chemicals that you're using, hairsprays, oil sheens, all of that stuff is in your hair, and then it starts affecting your skin. It's on your pillowcase. It's just everywhere. You need to get your hair clean. For anyone to recommend that is not good. Quality sew-in can be shampooed, and it can still last you 2 or 3 months. There should be no reason why you even need I don't even do tighten up services, because the extensions should stay in unless you have maybe silky hair and it kind of loosens up or whatever. But for the normal sew-in that's done right, you shouldn't have a problem with shampooing your hair at all.
Yeah, and I think that's important, because at the end of the day, extensions are extensions, but you need to take care of your hair underneath, your real hair.
And your scalp as well.
Yeah. That's a mistake a lot of women have, is they have, this Brazilian hair in their head, and they take care of this Brazilian hair, But their hair underneath is damaged. You know, they're not moisturizing it. It's dry. It's brittle. They haven't felt their real hair in months, years. So I definitely want to touch base on make sure you take care of your hair underneath. That's like the number one priority. Your hair and your scalp.
It definitely is, because eventually you're going to go years and you're going to keep getting sew-ins, you're going to keep getting extension services. And if you're not taking care of your hair, you're going to notice that year by year your hair is falling out, it's damaged, and eventually you won't have any hair. You definitely want to be shampooing your hair, conditioning your hair every 2 weeks. Week to 2 weeks, as well as you can also add a hair supplement as a vitamin, some biotin, to help your hair while it's in the extensions to keep growing and remain in a healthy state. It's nice to have options. You shouldn't always have to have on a weave.
It's nice to have edges.
Yeah.
It's nice to have edges.
Edges are important. Edges are definitely important, and you should maintain them, and you shouldn't cause too much stress to them. You should definitely take care of your hair.
Another, blending. How do you feel about blending hair?
Saying that you want to pick hair that's closer to your hair texture, or maybe not leave any of your hair out to where all your hair is put up, and then that the commercial hair is all that's being seen to have a more natural hair look.
Because you don't want the Brazilian at the bottom and the African at the top.
That's what you don't want. And it's obvious you're not looking good. I'm sorry I offended
somebody. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
But honestly, you're not making a good impression. It's a bad statement that you're making. It's not a good look.
Another question I get is people asking me the difference between Brazilian, Malaysian, Peruvian, Chinese. There's so many hair types.
There is.
European.
Yeah.
I think personally, I like Brazilian better. I feel like Brazilian hair is so much easier to blend with my hair. I feel like Chinese hair, I hope that's the right terminology. I feel like that hair tends to be a lot like bone straight.
Right, yes.
A little more silkier.
Mm-hmm.
Peruvian, they say I've never had Peruvian hair, but from my understanding, Peruvian hair is a lot like Brazilian hair.
It's very close to Brazilian hair, yes. And like you're saying with the I think it's like Mongolian, and it's a Chinese hair, there's Russian hair. Some of those are going to be your straighter hair. But there's Caucasians that want extensions. There's different races. There's Chinese people that, want to add hair to it. So that's another reason why a lot of those different textures are out there. Again, match your hair. If it doesn't look like your hair, just stay away from it. I do personally like Brazilian hair. It's a big seller. The Brazilian body wave does go very well with African American hair. It matches very well. You can straighten it. You can wear the wave like you have in your hair, and it looks, it looks natural. So that is what I do recommend for a lot of clients. However, everyone's hair is not the same. So there are times that you can try a different texture and have good results.
If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment down below. We'll try to answer all of your questions. Also, we do have Instagrams. She has her Instagram, which is I Do Beauty, which link will be down below, as well as my Instagram, Breonnaqueen. If you know a friend who's having some issues or wants to get extensions, please share this video with her. Help your girlfriend out. But anyways, don't forget to rate, thumbs up the video, subscribe, and yeah, I think that's about it. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.
Yeah.